Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be comparing David Reinbacher and Axel Sandin Pellikka. These two defensemen are some of the highest rated defensemen in this upcoming 2023 draft class. If you're super excited about the upcoming draft and you love hockey content, then be sure to subscribe and to leave a like. Both of these defensemen are projected to go somewhere between 10th and 20th overall. Reinbacher, he shoots right. He's about 190 pounds. He's 6'2". He just had a 22-point season in 46 games played in the top Swiss league. Sandin Pellikka also shoots right. He is a bit smaller, coming at 5'11", but he is about 180 pounds. He lit up the junior league in Sweden, putting up 36 points in 31 games played. He was a little less productive in the SHL, putting up 5 points in 22 games. Sandin Pellikka had the most goals out of all of the defensemen in the junior Swedish league. I for sure see Sandin Pellikka becoming the better goal scorer at the NHL level. I mean, this kid is just a total sharpshooter. He's a sniper big time. He knows how to deliver a nice, accurate shot upstairs. He has this beautiful one-timer, a mean slap shot. He's just a total threat in the offensive zone with his beautiful shooting. Reinbacher only put up 3 goals, but he still can provide this solid bomb of a shot from the point. He's got solid accuracy. He's good at getting it through lanes and onto the net. Goal scoring will never be his specialty, but he sure can contribute offensively. Reinbacher will be more known for his solid puck-moving abilities all over the ice. He's an amazing passer in transition, and he's just super smart with the passes that he makes. He's patient. He always makes the safe pass, and he makes giant stretch passes look really easy. He has excellent vision. He reads the ice really well. And just in general, he's really good at getting the puck out of his own zone, and that's exactly what you want from a defenseman. He for sure can contribute offensively as well. He does a good job moving the puck in the offensive zone. He moves it to the right guys, gets it to the threats, and helps his team get on the board. I'm sure this is a defenseman that's going to be able to rack up a ton of assists in his NHL career. Reinbacher is this fantastic two-way defenseman. At the NHL level, I think Reinbacher is pretty much guaranteed to be able to become a top 4 defenseman. He has a lot of potential offensively, and he has a ton of time to grow and to develop and to become better in this area. I would say that this is like his biggest flaw in his game. But with that being said, he's still great in this area. Sandin Pellikka is going to be this offensive defenseman. He just brings so much more swagger in the offensive zone. I love the deception that this kid has, just the way he winds up for a slapper, but then just suddenly makes a sharp feed to his teammate. He's going to do so much more damage in the offensive zone compared to Reinbacher. Just the way he makes these incredible tape-to-tape passes. This kid just dishes perfect feeds to his teammates. Not just in the offensive zone, though. Sandin Pellikka can make perfect passes in all 3 zones of the ice. He always keeps his head up, and he reads where his teammates are. He does a really good job. The hockey IQ there, very fantastic. I really like the way he moves in his own zone. He skates to safety and then does a good job making a breakout pass and getting the puck out of his own zone. Out of all of the defensemen in this upcoming draft class, Sandin Pellikka is probably the best skater. His strong skating ability seems to benefit every other aspect of his game. It is that good. These cuts are just fantastic. I mean, the edge work with this kid is crazy good. He moves so well, and while doing so, he protects the puck really great. He's so strong on his feet, and he can make so much happen with such a limited amount of space on the ice. It takes a special kind of player to be able to do that. He's also super fast. He wins a lot of foot races, which can benefit him in all sorts of different areas. Reinbacher is a pretty good skater himself. For how big he is, it's really impressive the way that he moves. He's also super strong on his feet. He's such a force. It's hard to knock him down. He'll never be the fastest skater out there, but he does have solid speed. The elite level that his skating ability has to offer is displayed in the defensive zone. He moves around really well in his own zone. He does a great job avoiding forecheckers. It's the clean cuts and the way he protects the puck in his defensive zone. That area of the ice truly is his comfort zone. Reinbacher uses his big frame perfectly. He's so good at protecting the puck. He's a total force. He's like a bulldozer. He moves well, and he builds up so much momentum. I would like to see his hands improve just a bit, because then that'll make him terrifying. I mean, he already moves so great, but if he could just dangle just a bit better, he can get the job done. But I would like to see him be a bit better here, because then overall, it would be so hard to steal the puck away from him. Sandin Pellikka has much more filthy mitts compared to Reinbacher. Just the dangles that he pulls off. I mean, this kid is quite the magician, I would say. His elite cuts and fantastic edge work goes so nicely with his fast hands. It's a deadly combination, and he can just make something happen out of nothing. I think it's safe to say that he's not scared to jump up into the play by making some flashy moves and just getting involved big time in numerous different ways. Sandin Pellikka clearly has all of what is needed to be a super successful offensive defenseman, but the defensive side of his game is clearly under construction. His biggest weakness would be his physicality. It holds him back, and at times I would just like to see his work ethic simply be better. He has solid defensive efforts. He usually does a pretty good job covering his guy, but at times he fades away just completely, and he needs to be more consistent here in this area. He clearly has the speed to get the job done. If he can analyze a threat on the ice, then just quickly move to that guy and cover him. But at times he just seems a little disengaged. He's pretty soft on the puck. Board battles are a bit of an issue with him. The effort is there, but he needs to improve here. If he bulks up, I think that will help him a lot. He already has pretty good size, and if he could just get a little bit taller, then he really should be able to get better in this area. I like the efforts that he makes when it comes to back checking. He has the speed to get the job done and quickly try and cover somebody who kind of got behind the defense. There is some hope with his defensive game, but there are some flaws I would like to see him iron out, specifically his decision making. He kind of gets exposed here when he's under pressure. He does display some flashes of brilliance in his own zone, though. At times, he can be super calm. The poise looks really good. When he has the space and when he has the time, that's when the super smart puck movement comes into play, and you see those fantastic, effective breakout passes. The strong skating ability that he has really benefits him in his own zone. It leads to many good things. And that's the thing with being such a talented skater. It can help you nearly everywhere. And that is the case with Axel, Sandin, Pellikka. What makes Reinbacher such a special defenseman, though, is just what he gets done in the defensive zone, how he is so physical, uses that body perfectly. He is so very consistent. He is always winning stick battles, board battles. He's always covering the right guy in his own zone. He makes that guy's life hard. He's so good with reading threats on the ice, and he takes away dangerous lanes. I like the good gap control, the effective poke checks, and just the way he's always covering players in shooting lanes. He's nearly perfect defensively. I mean, at times he's guilty for a risky pinch. He's a really good back checker, but at times that high-end speed that he lacks sometimes can get the best of him. He's got this great hockey IQ. I love the way that he sees the ice. He makes so many smart plays. He always wants to make the perfect play. He analyzes the ice so well. I would just like to see his decision-making I need the speed to improve there because that's going to make him so much better, that much more dangerous. Just at times, he's reading the ice for a little too long, and then suddenly he gets attacked, loses the puck, turns it over. Reinbacher has so much potential, though. When you just think of everything that he has to offer with his game, he does a little bit of everything right for how young he is. He has so much time to develop, and if he could just get a little bit better offensively, then this kid could truly evolve into a monster. I'm actually pretty high on Reinbacher. I think he could squeak into the top 10. I mean, the thing about this draft class that is really interesting is it is super loaded with talent. It is projected to be one of the best ones in recent memory. It should be able to compete with that loaded 2015 draft class. There aren't that many defensemen projected to go in the first round, though. And because of that, we might see Reinbacher and Sandin Pellikka go a little higher than you would think. But when I think about Reinbacher, I just think about how pretty much he's the sure thing to become a top 4 defenseman. Both of these defensemen have amazing qualities. And if you're a scout, you're thinking about, should we go with the one who has that phenomenal two-way ability? Or do you look at a guy like Sandin Pellikka and realize that that kind of offensive potential is rare to come by? And you think about his defensive game. Sure, there's some holes there, but there's also some reason to believe that he really could turn it around and become this full package type of defenseman at the NHL level. He has plenty of time to get it together. And if he does do that, then he's going to be a freak. I mean, he could become a superstar on the blue line. It would be a super difficult decision to make to choose between either David Reinbacher or Axel Sandin Pellikka. In the comments section below, be sure to let me know who you would rather have. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and to leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Thank you for tuning in today.